What's up, everybody? Just tweeting out the link right now. Damn, there's a lot of people here already on this motherfucking Friday. But yeah, make sure you hit that like button, run it up, and then tweet out the link on your Twitter if you want to show some love, bro. But we're about to get this started. I'm just hitting up my socials. We're gonna jump into it, man. Let's get it, y'all. All right. Turn this shit the fuck down. Sorry. Disclaimer. This video is for entertainment purposes only, so if you are watching it with a child behind you or not in your headphones there might be some profanity in this bitch. So protect yourself and your children. What is up? What's up, YouTube? What's up, cyberspace? How's it going, internet land? This your boy, Crypto Bruh, aka More World Peace, the DJ / producer, coming back again with some more Zen content for your daily horizon. Hope all is well out there. And yeah, man, shout out to as always, man. I always got to shout out everybody that's supporting. I got a lot of love yesterday in the spaces for people saying that they really enjoy the content and that they learn a lot with me, right? Because I'm learning while you guys learn, and I'm just kind of sharing my perspective as I float through the crypto space. But yeah, big ups to everyone that's been showing me some love, giving me some kudos, giving me some pointers, some feedback. I enjoy all that stuff because, I guess you could say my performance is going to be based on the feedback I'm receiving so I can continue to deliver that hot content, bro. That good crypto. Getting back to the philosophies, back to the analyzation. I know I monologue a lot, but it's part of what I do, bro. Well, it's part of what I do. But yo, what's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? We got Sony in the house, David in the house, Hex and more, media player. What it do? We got Yin Yang. What up, bro? What up, Aishi? Hexagon, Azim. Hope all is well. I'm really looking forward to Dbzen on Pulse Chain. Yeah, it should be cool, man. Dbzen, anything that or Pulse Chain, Zen is going back to that Intel processor theory that it's going to move 2 times faster than Zen on any other network because everybody knows how to use it, everybody knows what it's for, and so on and so on. So once those floodgates open up where you can get your crypto instantly over there, I can see definitely it being a crazy playground. But I do still recommend using all the other chains in Zen world to get yourself familiar before something reaches your favorite chain. Because like my favorite chain is ETH, so shit's backwards for me. Shit goes to chains I don't even like before I even get to use it. So if your favorite chain is Pulse Chain, I do recommend still dipping your toes into the protocols on the other chains so that when you get to your chain, you know how you're gonna drive the boat there. But yeah, it should be tight, man. It should be dope. What up, Willow? What it do? What it do? I got alkaline in the house. I like alkaline water. ZTFO. Phoenix was $400. Of all them things for 20K last night. What the heck? Oh, somebody was selling it down. I haven't looked at the Phoenix chart, so we'll check that out. What up, Georgie? What up, do? Happy Friday, the ugly holiday. Happy Friday. DJ Riz. All right, man, let's just jump into it. Everybody in this bitch already. We looking at it. Let me sip my coffee. It's kind of crazy how like my hair never really gets in. It's just like I need to be a little bit taller. I need to make my table just a little taller. But yeah, woke up this morning thinking about the Zen and thinking and reflecting on what I was taking in yesterday from the Zen, I guess. And it's a pretty wild world right now because everybody is rooting for their blockchain. And what's so crazy when you think about Zen going, let's say, back to the beginning, October 8th, like there wasn't any other blockchains but Ethereum, to be honest, because you had Matic that came out and a lot of people were rooting for that. And then the same for Binance. But a lot of people built on Binance thinking, even I did, like I built on Binance thinking it was going to be the most superior chain in the sub world. But it actually turns out to be Matic, right? So all of these sub chains in Zen, they really do reflect the community that's on the chain. And again, Zen is just a passage, it's just a hive mind. It's fair crypto on all these chains that it exists on, and it's really based on the community making it what it is today. OKX, for instance, in Zen world, this doesn't even get X1 burn, but it has $17,000 in liquidity, right? You would think it'd be like Dogechain, which gets no X1 when it burns. And that's only at $322. Yo, what up, Zennywise? What it do, bro? Welcome to the chat. Hey, we got Portugal in the chat too. Shout outs to everybody in any country around the world. Shout outs to the humans on the earth, man. Shout out to your city. If you're out there and you're like, yo, I'm from here, bro, and we live, you know what I'm saying? So big ups, big ups. Hotline Pepper products in the house. Oh, what up, Carrie? Oh, okay. I see you now. I got the connection. Good to see you though. Thanks for coming into the chat. Damien with the 5. Coming for the come for the crypto, stay for the bruh. Facts, bro. If that's how you feeling, hey, that's a good one right there. That's a T in the works. But yeah, one thing I'm looking at, and I'm just trying to bring in some emphasis because we had a good conversation going on in the Twitter Spaces yesterday about blockchain and just about the idea of like the blockchains that you like as a Zenian, right? And Zen living on that blockchain that you love, right? That's Pulse Chain right now. People love Pulse Chain. They sacrificed for it 2 years ago, and they finally are able to use the coins that they transferred economical energy into. So there's a lot of excitement. Actually, I need to add that chart to my Zen chart. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, wait. Let me show you the right way to add a Zen. Let me show you the right way. So the best way to add Zen charts to your deck screener is to go to xen.network. All right. When you go to xen.network, that's when you're going to see the Zen Explorer pop up, explore the Zen universe. You want to go and grab the contract addresses from this website on this webpage, because every one of these contract addresses are going to reflect the right one from the team, right? So I almost went to Deck Scanner and started typing in Pzen, but then it hit me. I was like, wait a second, there's a classic over there, right? So it's better off if I just come over here. I launch the contract. No, thank you. We'll launch the contract. We'll grab the address, and then we'll take this address. So it'll be in the URL, but right here we have the contract address that's going to pop up. We'll go ahead and copy that, coming straight from the post chain. Right, we chilling. Hey, the bridge is what's the hardest part for a Zenian. You're hanging on the other side. You're trying to rattle the cage and get inside, but you can't. And don't get lost in the FUD, guys. Just because you can't get in doesn't mean that you won't be successfully eligible to get in, right? And the Zen, we already know what it is, yo. It's actually better to come in later because you get more time on your mint to get more Zen. So there is that thing where everyone is selling, right? We've seen this before though in Zen world, and that's the advantage and the unfairness of understanding the Zen. Like on ETH, since all of I would pretty much say all of the hexagons and pulsicans got the information before the people on ETH, because we didn't know Jack Levin. Like Jack Levin had nothing to do with my guidance of cryptocurrency. So I was actually building my Zen with the value proposition of what the white paper is and what the functionalities are, right? Like I wasn't building it with a community. So Pulse Chain already has the community. So everybody's already doing the 1-day mints. The 2-day, the 3-week mints and shit like that. So they're gonna be selling the price down. So technically, you're not late yet. If you're on the other side of the fence, if you're saying, I need to get in there, let me in, you're not late yet. So we're gonna go ahead and grab this LP here. We type in with the deck scanner, go and search the contract address. We're gonna go with the very top. I guess you could say this. Oh shit! You know what I didn't do? Oh, I turned the music down a little bit. I'm gonna turn it down slow. I was just always burning my head. This is the music down. But yeah, so we're gonna go with the very top one. Remember, what I always do, what I do, is I look at the liquidity and I look at the age to try to get the one that's gonna be the most, the one with the most data. So the more age that's on the chart, you got more data. And then the one with the most liquidity, that's gonna be the one where all the trading is. Right, like there's one right below it, which is Pzen paired with PLSX, but technically you don't really want to watch this pool because there's only $269 worth of 24-hour volume. You can see here with wrapped PLS, that Pzen is going to be at $26,000 in volume. So we'll go ahead, we'll add this one to the Zen list since it's now in the ecosystem with us. And let's just go ahead and check it out real quick before we start talking about DBzen. So there's so many people that are ready for Pulse. Oh yeah, I guess we do have an update too. Didn't they add Pulse Zen here? Yeah, they did. All right, let's go ahead and look at it here too. And this is Zen Pub. Make sure you go, it's your hub. Gives you all the data so you can break it down. Yo, what up, breaking free? What it do, bro? Got Texas in the house. they eating it up on PLS. Is greater later. Hey, we got the Bay Area in the house. You know what I'm saying? Hey, tell me when to go. But yeah, yeah, that's the part about Zen. And I hear it in the spaces. That's why when I come into the spaces, what I'm really trying to do is bring us back to ground level because everybody starts talking about the hopium. And that's fun and all, but you got to remember the mission of Zen, which is mass adoption, and that's why it's okay. It's on a new chain because we want the users there to have. I'm calling it now a freedom portal where you can freely use this new currency and it has a destination, right? Like you can burn it for X1 or you can hold it because the community can grow and the community can bring the price to as high as they want it to bring it. So that's what's cool here about the P.zen. Again, I was saying it's like an Intel processor. You go look it up. Intel processors get faster every 2 years because technology gets faster every 2 years. So technically, crypto should be faster the second time around when everyone understands. And Pulse chain Zen is technically the second time around because it's the first solo Zen thing, right? Like we didn't get Arbitrum, we got Pulse chain. So this is the second. And then when Arbitrum and Optimism come out, then the people who ran with Pulse chain, they're going to be able to do that. And that's why like now it's like, hey, maybe if you do want to get in on Arbitrum and Optimism, maybe now is the time to start accumulating the block space, buying those tokens for those near future Zen projects. So then that way you're the first on the scene. The Pulse chain one, it was just a little rocky because the blockchain itself, right? The people who made the blockchain, they didn't really create a scalability system for users to run in. I mean, even their own users couldn't run in and out. So that's why, in at least in this Pulse chain era, there's if you're from looking for the outside in, because I see there are a lot of Zenians who did not have Pulse, who had no affiliation. They found Zen on their blockchain, right? Like they're in the Matic and shit, and they found Zen, and now they want to get in the Pulse chain because it's a sub chain and they know there's opportunity. So for I'm speaking mainly to those Zenians, like it's not that the Pulse chain is not good. It's just that the scaling of Pulse chain launch was shit. And since the scaling of Pulse chain launch was shit, it's just not going to give you the best experience to get in. But it doesn't mean you should stop looking because again, all of these people asking for DBzen on Pulse, Phoenix on Pulse, Zen Doge on Pulse, they're like giving us the ability to know that all right, cool, the Zen effect is in full effect because they're ready to use Zen product. So now that they're ready to use Zen product, and I'm gonna go back to saying why we're talking about Zen as a product, because that's what's gonna make you really understand DBzen and Phoenix. Like literally look at this. Somebody just came into here and into it here and already asked when Phoenix on Pulse chain. Right. So it's gonna be an ongoing question. When Pulse chain. So as a Zenian, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna need to get over here and get some Zen, because if I don't, I'm gonna be looking like I'm crazy. And then if I had some Pulse enough to make a move, I would be minting like crazy. And I would be minting and dumping just like everyone else is dumping, right? Now the liquidity here is really gonna be based on the community. But again, we can see that if we go to our Zen watch list, again, I'm sorry, Pulse Chain, I wouldn't say you're very unique, which you are. But once you're in the Zen world, you're pretty much in the Zen mix, right? So now, Pulse Chain should be dope with other apps, but we're just simply talking about Zen. Zen is on Pulse, it's not Pulse. But like right now, we can see that there's an amazing amount of transactions over there, 384, similar to like when Binance was one of the most poppin' blockchains here. So what we do see though is that it's holding a very nice price over there with the $7,000 in liquidity. So the liquidity definitely can grow, and that's where my speculation comes from. When I do look at liquidity, right? If Pulse Chain is real, like everyone is telling me, like this is the next best thing. I'm expecting it to climb the ladder here, just like OKX did, and just like Matic did. If you've been following my channel, bro, Matic had like $2,000 in the liquidity at one point. DBzen fucking rocked that bitch, and so did Phoenix, and so did speculation, and now it's sitting at $64,000 of liquidity in a bear market. So that is pretty intense. And the main problem here on Matic, if we want to kind of compare and contrast Matic to Pulse Chain, Matic only costs $4 for a Zenterion. But from what I understand, Pulse Chain is 100,000 for a Zenterion, right? So 100,000 Pulse for one Zenterion, that's 10 million Zen, which in USD value is $19, but in PLS, I don't know how much PLS is, so I guess. But they're gonna tell me not to look at that. But like, yeah, so again, we've updated our worldview. We're starting to look at everything Zen as a product and what it actually means to be in Zen, right? Like, I need to price this thing in Zen. Now, I'm not gonna go down to the bodega and start pricing things in fucking ETH, because then the bodega man gonna be like, bruh, this is the real world. Like, we don't take Ethereum. So in certain environments, right, you're not allowed to think as if it's full crypto. But in a full cryptocurrency environment, it's actually more beneficial to think in the crypto than it is to think in the dollar value, because the dollar, again, is inflating. It's a normal conversation. The dollar is inflating. It's the worst peg you can ever do in crypto. You always want to peg the crypto with the crypto. So $20, right? Or was that what it is? It said 10,000 or 10 million. What the fuck? Why did it change up on me like that? Oh yeah, 100,000 PLS. Right, 100,000 PLS. So yeah, 10 million. So I'm gonna flip this. Yeah, so 10 million Zen. I don't know how much one is grossing, but I do see there's some people here buying 100,000. And this could be because, again, a strategy would be just to buy Zen, because again, we're 2 times faster than October 8th. So since we're 2 times faster than October 8th, people already know it's more strategic to save their PLS and not worry about minting out and just buying today, right? Because that's the short-term thinker. The long-term thinkers are going to be max minting, and I'm always going to recommend max minting in Zen World, because when you max mint in Zen World, what it allows you to do is it allows you to grab EAA. Actually, yeah, let's switch to Pulse Chain. Let's talk about this shit real quick. I haven't talked about it for like 15 minutes, but let's dive in just to show you out there that are in Pulse Chain. You're at least following one of the most active Zenians in the Zen world. So I'm here to help. I am here to help. What's this gonna do? What is this gonna do? What's happening? But yeah, one of the most active. I'm like active captain. I don't have any pulse though. This thing sucks, bro. I need a new computer. I need a fast one. Rejected by user. Guess I rejected this shit. Alright, whatever. I guess I ain't gonna show you today. It's Friday, man. You got a whole week to learn about this. But what you're dealing with is pulse being expensive. And that's why people are going to buy Zen, because they don't know the value of their pulse yet. Because it's real. No one really knows until the bridge is built, and until there's more bridges that give us a distinctive price on what is pulse. But we don't know what that shit is. So let's be honest. Like, it's this price, it's that price, it's a sack price, it's a like blah blah blah. Like, I ain't got time to focus on all that shit, bro. I'm trying to get to the bag. So now what I do know is it's crypto, and it's about getting more pulse, right? Like, it's crypto, get more of the token. So since that's the value proposition, to get more of the token, it would make more sense to just buy P.zen while there's only, damn, 1 billion. What the fuck? There ain't no Zen over there. Yeah, there ain't no Zen. Ah, shit. Well, oh, what's up, Dutchland? Do you have to claim your ETH fees at Dbzen late? Do I have to claim my ETH fees daily? You don't have to. You can actually let it build. You don't need to claim it instantly, but if you do want that, daily payout, that's what you would have to do is claim it daily. I mean, I claim it daily because I don't know. Sometimes I've been thinking to myself like I shouldn't do it, but I want to keep track. So as a business, I do claim every day. That way I can see how much I've made and make my own spreadsheet until there's better logging monitors for DBzen. So I'm doing a manual log, and right now, like at 62 Gwei, it's like $8, 5, $6. So for me, I'm like, hey, whatever. I can, I guess, get rid of $6 on ETH to get my thing out. That way, I can keep track, you know. But I feel it. Some people don't have that. They rather wait. So you could just wait and let it stack up. But again, the security side of me would say, why would you leave crypto inside of a smart contract? You should definitely put that into your possession. This is not custody. It's not your custody until it's in your custody. But you could just let it stack up. Um, just to throw that out there. But yeah, man, they got this 20% everything restarted. You got the 20% APY over there. There's only 200 active stakers. Come on, guys. 2.7 million mentors. So, like, look, if you're on P.o.P, you're the champion over there. You gotta pay attention to this. I hope people are paying attention to this part. So there's a 7.2 EAA, and this is why again I'm saying for the long term, you want to make sure all your all your NFTs have this for the max, bro. You're gonna be hating yourself once Pulse Chain is up and running for the next 300 days, and you're looking and you're like, damn, I could really have a bunch of NFTs with that 7.2. Don't do what I did. Now the liquid supply over there, this is in trillions. So yeah, wow, that's kind of insane. Yeah, most of the supply is liquid over there. So there's another. This is also kind of wild because this is yeah, like yeah. If you really okay, this is so funny. Yeah, if you really want Pulse Chain to pop off and have all the Zendaps, now you can kind of see why if it released like Phoenix right now, it would be a shit show. Like Phoenix price on Pulse Chain would rip because there isn't any Zen. So then, I mean, it couldn't tank, right? Because nobody can burn Zen to pump the Phoenix. It would just be whatever the Phoenix is. And the same with DBzen. With this much Zen out there, it just really isn't enough Zen to start producing a market on these other chains. And that's why, for me, I was saying I enjoy the integrity that Jack Levin has introduced to Zen, because now I hold that integrity everywhere I fucking move. I look at a blockchain and I go, does it have that integrity? So like, let's look at AVAX. It's been out much longer than Pulse Chain, but these are the type of things that you can see. We got Locoto. We got Locoto 5000. He said 1 PLS equals 3 zeros and a 3. That's the price of it. Not bad. Under a penny though. That's great. But what is that? So if you've been minting on Pulse Chain, please put in the chat what it costs for 1 Centurion in USDC. That would be an amazing stat for us. Because it just help a lot of people understand their profit, understand what they're risking. But yeah, you'll see here. Look at so AVAX. I'm pointing out AVAX because AVAX would actually be the closest blockchain in relation to Zen, P.o.P, and AVAX is where the blockchain itself created an ability for it to be hard to make Zen, and then no one was looking at it. So with those two different aspects of it, no one's looking at it, hard to create Zen. It created a low amount of supply. So there's not that much out there. And yeah, 1.6 trillion is way different than looking at like, let's say Phantom. Now Phantom is amazing because Phantom is cheap and Phantom is kind of fast. So because of the cheapness and the fastness, you can only do 40 VMUs, but there's a shit ton of supply. So Phantom I like to look at because I'm like, this is the proven theory that if the fees are low enough, the community will still mint, and they'll mint on top of each other. Like they'll just keep minting. Like they don't need to worry or anything. They'll just keep minting. Like I don't even know what they're minting for anymore, but they're still fucking minting, bro. So this is good to see, and it makes me bullish, right, on like the DApps, on Phantom to get into them. But the problem on Phantom, damn, you should change this here, Yosef, if you're watching the channel. You should do Zen and not faux Zen. That's friends of Zen, like a peg token, just so you know. But they have Phantom Zen. So let's blow this up. So Phantom Zen, this one is the liquidity pool that has 5,000 in it. So you see, that's why I'm like, oh yeah, like you could have a lot of Zen on a network and still start to build liquidity. But with no Zen and there's a restriction of the amount of Zen, that is not the best. Well, I mean, it's a good environment for price, but it's not a good environment for abundance. So let's see what happens with price, because we can actually see here now, PZen is right below EZen. So with all of that being said, who's to say that this won't be more expensive than Zen on ETH, for the time being, till more Zen is out and then more people can dump it, pushing that price down. But if this liquidity starts to rise, yeah, hell yeah, this price is going to go up, because yeah, it's just part of it, bro. Part of the tokenomics here. And again, we're talking from a sense of Zen. Everything, all roads lead back to Zen. So look at Moonbeam was the same way. Very low VMU count, which was producing very low amounts of Zen. Yet, because the blockchain allowed people to make it, they ran it up. All right. So supply is definitely a huge piece of this whole puzzle. Will DXN make a 50x from $7 in like 3 years? Ha, bruh. All right, yeah, let's talk about it. We're on Coin Tools. Let's get out of there. Or do I need to claim my mint on Moonbeam? I do, bro. Oh man, look at that. I'm late, guys, because I forgot to do it this morning before I jumped on stream. I was like, I need to claim this mint. Whatever, bro. I'll get to it. And I just keep passing it up. But yeah, I did an intense amount of batch mining on Moonbeam because of that EAA. I was like, I need that. Yeah, I think on Moonbeam I did like 4,000 wallets, almost 5,000 wallets, and this was the first blockchain I really took the approach to learning about minting, and now I have all this Moonbeam, but there ain't no community. So that's why, at least for me, my value proposition in Zen is really community. Like, I tried to mint in all places, and only the places with community are hidden. And those are the places I didn't ball out in. The only one I balled out in was in AVAX, and I'm happy I did at least ball out in one, because the one I guess you could say my shot in the dark. This one, Moonbeam, I'm at the mercy of Moonbeam. Like, I'm like, please, Moonbeam, like, be something, like, as a blockchain. Be something as a blockchain so that people want to pull up and that I can show my Zen to them. But that's the problem with Moonbeam, is they are not focused on that. But let's go ahead and I think this is it, right? Let's go ahead and claim these. Let's get that. Let's see what it's like. I think this is like 60 wallets. What's your thoughts on XEN and DX or Avalanche DBxen and the low liquidity? I'm concerned about putting more in because I can't get anything out, but I'm willing to hold long term. You just answered your own question, Carrie. Oh, okay, yo, Loco 5000 says max mints are about 239,000 PLS, which is about $84. Hey, that's cool. Not that bad. That's what it's all about. 84. I mean, it's still way more expensive on Ethereum, so that's why it's like, yo, is PLS really gonna, pump past ETH? It's possible. It's on there. Look at that. 60 wallets on Moonbeam, 22 cents. Let's get it. You know what's funny about Moonbeam? I love that their native token is called Glamour, because it just makes me think of Fergie every single time I need to spend some glamour. It's glamorous, glamorous. But yeah, had to grab that. I'm over here playing myself. But yeah, make sure you get Zenmon so you can track everything. I think I got an ETH Pals NFT, it looks like, too, that needs to be minted. I thought I minted that. But yeah, the chain I went the hardest on was definitely AVAX. And oh wow, they added a pulse chain to this. Isn't that cool? I guess here now you see pulse chain maxed out. I want that to cool down a little bit. Devs, cool this down. Make it look like the other chains. Doge chain is always here popping. But yeah, looking at what the fuck was I just talking about? Oh, because I needed to claim that. Oh, AVAX, yeah, and Dbzen. So Dbzen is doing exactly what it should do. And to your question, Carrie, what do I feel about Dbzen on Avalanche and Avalanche in general? Avalanche is doing exactly what it needs to do right now, which is people are burning. And that's what we want to see. We want to see people burning for Dbzen because it allows us to see that the Zen is being released and the user is going back to the DApp to spend it. And Dbzen is actually exposing this shit, that the Zenian doesn't have enough Zen to be everywhere. Zenians actually get spread out because if they don't mint enough, then there's actually not enough Zen in the ecosystem for people to make moves, right? Most of the people are going to be making moves whether they're buying it or they minted it. And right now we're in a bear market. Bear markets mean people don't spend capital on crypto. So the bear market is nothing more than crypto users trading coins and value back and forth. All right, it's just what it is, right? Until money comes into the traditional market, we are in a bear, and it's just people trading money back and forth. Sometimes a meme coin will pop up like Zen Doge, and then everybody rallies behind it, and it pumps, right? So maybe Zen Doge is the one to bring in some value into the ecosystem. And I'm skeptical, but at the same time, I'm like, hey, motherfuckers love dog coins, so why wouldn't it, right? Why wouldn't it do that? But looking at xEN on Avalanche, real quick, it's 13 cents, right? And I'm a whale over here too, so I can't get out, right? I have way more xEN than the liquidity here, or Avalanche than the liquidity here. Now, what's crazy is that I wouldn't want to exit. You want to increase your position because now that we know that Dbzen is printing native coin for the Zenian's journey, bro. You literally just set up the Dbzen to print. Like, I have nothing going on Glamour or on Moonbeam, but I set up some Dbzen to, like, I burned some Zen over here so I can get some Glamour in the bear, right? When nobody's really over here. And then I'm catching some rewards here and I'm going long. It gives me a reason to go long. It's like, cool, I could just stay here and then I could just let this rack. And then as time racks, I got some free native to make some decisions later. Maybe the decision is claiming my Zen, but Dbzen really is a starting point. So like, let's go to Avalanche, right? Like when I go to Avalanche, Avalanche, I'm basically waiting on there to be enough users for it to get popping. And also, Avalanche is very funny because that's where everyone's hyped about Phoenix, right? So Avalanche is stretched because there's not a lot of Zen over there, but I'm still pumping. Damn, it's popping over here. Hold up. Oh, I gotta finish this up. So let's look at the Avalanche divvies. Yeah, man, my computer moving slow as fuck today. So I made more divs today in Avalanche than I did yesterday. And again, this is why you need to be on all chains, because if you're not on all chains, you're missing out on the gains. And if you're feeling like you're stretched thin, you might need to get a job. Okay, that's kind of where it's at with it now. If you feel like you can't keep up in the Zen eco, you're not financially made for this vehicle that's moving. And that's okay, because then that means that you could actually get a real life job or go and get some real life funds, start to make some actual equity energy, and then just burn it for fucking Zen for the future. Because now you see the vehicle is working, you're just priced out because you don't have enough money. Instead of going to like YouTube, or not YouTube, but like going to Twitter and crying that everything is dead. Oh my God. Oh, that should be killing me. Everybody's, oh, it's so dead. It's dead. It's I'm broke. Like, yes, you are broke. You were broke before it started, and you're still broke. And you need to come to that realization, right? When you come to that realization, you can really get ahead of the curve. And I'm keeping all of my DXN in here, Carrie, just to answer your question. You want to keep your DXN and you want to go long for 2 years. You want to be in it longer than anyone else and get the most earnings. Wait for everyone to get out, right? Let them fight and let them figure it out. That's like me in post chain now. Like, I've been in crypto since 2017, so I've been on the lineage of what is today's post chain, and everybody wants me in there. But for some reason, I didn't sacrifice, so I'm not in there. And I could run in as fast as I want, but that doesn't solve today's problem, right? Running in as fast as you want is not going to give you the gains you're looking for. It's just you running into manure. Straight up. And then you go, damn, I thought this was dirt. Nah, fool. You was running into shit before you even got there. So I'm happy that like a lot of this is coming at me in this fashion, because I could kick back. I could look at it for what it is, and now I'm on the other side of the coin. Everyone's losing on Ethereum, but since I went ham on Dbzen Avalanche, I am now making more than everyone else. And this is what you want to do. You always want to be on the other side of the coin. You never want to be in the grasp of things. And this is what made me understand ETH. Again, this spreadsheet, I made it myself. So I do recommend everybody do it until we get a better management system. I have been telling the team they should do it. But it just does look like an opportunity for someone who's good at designing management software or monitor software, because there are some metrics here that are key metrics that people need to follow. The key metrics is basically how much DXN you're holding and what is the daily amount of Ethereum flowing in the contract. So let's finish the puzzle here today, because we did not have a successful day on ETH, but ETH did come in, and it's still, like I said, this chart has been running in 2 days. We'll be at 1 month's worth of data for DXN. And I think we had a very low day today. Let's check it out. Or let's look at AVAX. Why was it so popping? Only 26 AVAX went into the pool, bro. That's crazy. So it's not, AVAX is still very, very, very underrated. And look at the smart contract, like the AVAX in the pool, people are, they're leaving and then coming back. That's really good. It's good to see that people are leaving it in the pool, because that means that they're forgetting about it. And that might be the best way. It might be the best way to just set it and forget it in DXN world, instead of trying to run around with your head cut off, because then you're inside of the cycle. But it's good that we're here, right? It's brand new. This your boy Crypto, bruh, and I'm trying to give you some of the gas. Hey, what up, Bronx Crypto, BX in the house. Bruh, for those who aren't familiar with Pulse Chain ecosystem, can you do a quick walkthrough of the steps on how to mint Zen there? Oh, okay. Yeah, we could do that. Well, the real steps are just going to zen.network. There's 2 different types of ideas here. One of the ideas is going to be vanilla minting, and the other idea would be xeNFT minting. Thanks for the 10, bro. I really want to give a really good idea for this, and I got to switch over the whole conversation. But for those that aren't familiar with Pulse Chain or with Zen and they're on Pulse, you're gonna always be minting XeNFTs. Basically, you're never gonna be minting vanilla mints. If you're doing them hand by hand, that's some old school shit. All right, we done doing that. You want to start here on the XeNFT page, because you just click this button right up here, and it's gonna say mint xeNFT. Then this panel card is going to pop up, and then this is all you're focused on. All these attributes, VMU count, terms, is how many days you're going to be inside of the mint so that you can get maximum Zen. The more you're in, the more you get. Category, that's just the type of xeNFT you're getting. Apexes are the most rare. Limited are the second most rare based on year created. And then collectors, that's going to be what we call batch minting. When you have a collector class, you're basically trying to max it out and you're trying to get in with as much Zen or as much everything. You want max days, max VMUs, and VMU stands for virtual minting units. All right, because it's a virtual miner. It's virtually mining the coins. This is why Zen was bullish from the beginning, because it removed the factor of electricity. Actually, Cosmic Kid said the coolest thing, and to this day it sticks with me. Zen is Bitcoin hooked up to a battery. And then I was like, yo, you're right. This battery is also hooked up to solar panels. And it just runs for as long as the earth runs. Okay, and that's why you want to hit your max mints. You want the max VMU minters. You want the max days minting, because you can come back and do it again. But getting the maxed power of Zen is what's going to give you the most from it. And that's why, again, and this is actually a great segue back to Dbzen, because on Dbzen ETH, we're seeing that there is an exhaustion because not enough people actually minted for today's climate. Right? And everyone's standing looking around stupid. That's why everybody's on post chain, in my opinion, because you have to be where the money is, and where the money is over there. If all of the attention drives to that direction, then everyone's going to be there. So I'm gonna keep my head in the Zen world, but you want to make sure. How do I convert my AZen to ADXN? Well, you want to like buy it? You just burn for it. That's all you do. You just want to burn. And again, I have a theory that every Zen, all Zen outside of ETH should be for burning. And that's why my DBzen on Avalanche is just so gnarly, because I'm burning all of my AVAX in. And I'm going to keep burning it because this is too easy, right? Like I claim over here, it's going to be 2 cents. Over an ETH, it's going to be $5. So I want to stay in this pool. I don't want to leave. But if I'm going to turn AZen into ADXN, I'm only burning. Look at that, 4 cents. I'm a noob over here. Look at that. This is my 75th transaction on Avalanche. Thank you. Please drop it into the bucket. But yeah, you should always burn. And that's why the burners run this bitch. All right, burners run everything in Zen. They control the network. They really do. So let's look at why they do. Dbzen is the exposure. Dbzen exposes these motherfuckers because they are holding the DXN price down and there's not enough buyers. And that's what proves that we're in a bear market, because even you don't have enough crypto to buy it. And if you did, you would do it and I would see it. Even I don't have enough crypto to buy it, because if I did, I would. And that's why you know that the psychology of this is playing in the favor of the whales, because they actually have the capital to continue the process of pushing the price down. As people get excited, they pump the price and then they dump it. Doo-doo. Now let's look at the reoccurring fees, because that's the only thing that matters here. The reason why the only thing that matters is the fees. Wow, we finally broke below 30. Holy moly. What a drastic drop, guys. This is a, oops. Oh, hey, what the fuck? Okay. So this is the first day in the whole month we've ever gotten to 30. Wow, that's crazy. I've been waiting for this. But you want to know something that's really, really wild about this is that we never got to mid 30s. It went straight to 29. And that proves that the burners rule Dbzen. So the Zenians rule Dbzen, because you need Zen to burn. And the Zenians aren't going to buy Zen, right? Because they're minting it. They get it that you're supposed to mint long. So the only people that are going to be buying Zen to burn it are the opportunists. They're looking for an opportunity. right? And they're like, where is the opportunity? But the opportunists right now are on fucking Pulse Chain. So if you've been watching me or following me on Twitter, man, you know this is why, this is the subliminal shots I've been shooting where I'm saying stay focused. Do not get distracted, because distraction is going to do nothing more than get you off the parallel of what we've been working towards, which is fucking self-sovereignty, man. Zen is about providing freedom to the crypto user, and I'm so happy it's on Pulse Chain. But on ETH, you really get to see how people are going to be using their self-sovereignty, using their self-custody, because it's a little bit more expensive, bro. So you want to be over there. Do not get distracted, because it's still happening. And that's what we're seeing here on this down chart. Like, the downness in Zen is not the Zenian, because the Zenian don't care about the price. They're letting it go down. I'm also letting it go down. I got some dry powder, but why would I buy into Zen when I have Zen coming out? One. Two, why would I buy into Zen when I know that there's a psychology play happening? So it's going to go down, because it's about trapping the short-term thinkers into the price. And the way you trap a short-term thinker into the price is you dump it on them, and now they're forced to think long. So I'm loving this psychology shit. And then once you have that person trapped in, it makes so much sense for the burns. So now when you look at DBxen, DBxen is reflecting this opposite, because the viewer or the opportunist is looking for the drip, right? So they want that drip. That's the opportunity in DBxen, the drip, right? Even though there's a whole bunch of other narratives, the drip. So the drip is dripping, but it's dipping. And what does that do to the opportunists? They go, hey, fuck this thing. This thing is dead. DBzen is dead. There's no opportunity over there, right? There ain't no opportunists over here right now. Just Zenians with Zen. And I say that because I noticed it right here. Look at the #1 burner for today. They burned this much Zen, 12 million Zen. When we look at their transaction, right, I popped it up over here. I was like, okay. They spent 200 in gas. Change shit if you got crypto. But let's go look at their wallet, right? This is why I'm saying this is a Zenian. The reason why they're a Zenian is because they hold Zen. They actually have 40 million Zen. It's only $100 worth of Zen, but this person has the power because they hold the Zen. So they can go and burn. Look at their thing here. They burn. They're a burner because they have the Zen. They don't have a shit ton, right? And that's why I'm like, yo, this is fucking crazy. It's mind blowing that like everyone's looking at the wrong side of the coin. They're looking at the drip, which is perfect. Yeah, look at the drip, actually. It's distracting you from what's really going on here, which is the Zenian controls Dbzen, not the opportunist. The opportunist pays the Zenian, because now when you come to get opportunity, you're going to be forced to go through this lobby. And I'm going to show you why, because I didn't refresh this page. So this is the opportunist of yesterday. I wanted to make sure I could really put this into perspective, because when I started to see it, I was like, let me freeze today. And again, Joseph, if you're watching this, if there would be a way, I don't think there is, but if you could try to figure out how we can log these by day, or maybe by like 5 days, then we would be able to really dissect everything going on here. But what we see happening is that there was only 38 people that participated yesterday, and they put in 28 ETH, and they actually they divided all the coins. So the top player yesterday burned 21 billion Zen and walked away with 5,000 DBxen. Made the most ridiculous profit on top of your head, bro. Right? And then you would say to yourself, well, why wouldn't this person just stake this? Of course not. They're going to stake this, man. They're going to sell this shit, right? They're burning on purpose for X1, duh. And then they're selling the fucking DBxen to get the ETH back. And they're doing this shit every single day. So what does this mean for you, right? You're down here. You're a real Zenian, right? So this is the opportunists. Anybody burning this amount of Zen, they're opportunists, because unless they've been sitting on it, like they mint it like crazy, and they're sitting on the Zen, right? Because now, as a real Zenian on other chains with real Zen that I'm sitting on, it takes a while to sit on a billion Zen in mints today. Like in 400 days, when everybody gets their max mints out, like this won't be shit because everybody gonna have at least one, right? So in today's climate, most people are Zenians. They're down here. They ain't got a lot of Zen. They got 25 million, bro. They got 7 million, bro. Right? So that's why these areas, come on, guys. I hope you're staying with me. These areas, this is me exposing DXN. These areas with sub 100 million is actually where the real players are. And you can just see it by based on like 1, 2, 3 people 25, 1, 2, 3 people 20, right? It's just normal basic math shit. But what it got to me to thinking was, well, are these Zinians stupid? Are they not doing it right? Because right now, what I'm seeing is that it's $121 worth of ETH, 17 million worth of Zen, and I'm getting 4 DXN. So this is when I started to do some other shit, right? Like actually in the DXN chat, I put it in there because I noticed what was going on here. So I really did it based off of these people down here. So the one batchers, the people who did one batch and paid gas. So they paid $24 in gas. I think I based it off of I'll just do it live, fuck it. So basically this one batcher, let's just look at them. They got 0.67 DXN. So less than 1 DXN, they burned 2.5 million Zen and $18 worth of Ethereum. Now we're gonna do the calculation in Zen because this is a Zenian program, not an opportunist. There's opportunity, and that's what makes it bullish because those opportunists will come and pump the bag. And there's a lot of them out there, but they're just not here right now. So since it's just us playing with this game, let's really look at it in a Zen climate. And Phoenix teaches you this shit because Phoenix is only in Zen. So that's why I'm a little bit more advanced now, because I look at Phoenix and I look at Zen and I have to price Phoenix and Zen all the time in order to get the best value, because you never want to go past the parity, right? You never want to have to burn your Zen in Phoenix. You actually want to be able to buy it because burning your Zen is the golden goose, bro. You don't want to get rid of that shit. And like, that's the mind fuck, right? I think now DXN is a pretty good golden goose, but let's just look at it real quick. So the person over here is getting 0.67 DXN, which is worth $11, right? So 0.67 DXN right now is worth $11, but then this person went and spent $18 in ETH and $6 in Zen. So it makes sense in the Zen, but not in the ETH. And that's why I was saying, maybe you need to actually start looking at this where the ETH is included in the Zen. So what I started to do was I was like, well, they did buy it with the ETH as well. So let's do $18 worth of USD, which is another 1 ETH, right? Or excuse me, 1 DXN. So this person that burned totally wrecked themselves because they could just buy it off of the DEX, right? But the reason why they're not buying it from here is because they're Zenian. They got Zen. They got Zen. And they're not worried about today's price. They're worried about future price. So, and this is the updated version. So this is the one where I've refreshed. So there's 2 people in the pool right now. Again, they're real Zenians, 2.5 million, 12.5 million. This person spends quite a bit, but again, they're playing the lottery. They're praying that this DXN pool is theirs. And more than likely, once they do it, it's going to get diluted, right? It totally shows you here that the only person that really wins is up here. Because what I was trying to show everyone over here in the Telegram was I was like, wow, anyone that did one batch is not in profit. Dbzen and the auction, Dbzen is auction lobbies. Dbzen auction lobbies finna bust when the burners show up. So I started to realize that like 25 million Zen is how much this person spent at the end of the day. The 2.5 burner, they spent around 25 million Zen. And if they would have just turned the Zen into DXN, they would have gotten 3.8, right? So you have to, it's better, in my opinion, to start really looking at this with Zen included, because the Zen is where people are getting the capital from. Because the whales are showing us that they're not using their personal capital. They're not going to the fucking bank and getting 100K out to play DBzen. They're using their crypto because we're in a bear market. And the crypto that they need is Zen to make it happen. So that's bullish for Zen because the Zen is being burned. It's bullish for the stakers because as people sit in the pool and people fight over the lowest price possible to make profit, right? The opportunists, as the opportunists fight for the best opportunity, you get to just kick back and watch your divs go up. And eventually the opportunists will have to turn the hourglass, man. The hourglass is gonna have to flip because they can't keep doing that shit. They're gonna keep losing. Or I mean, it's like the hourglass has to flip because there's too much money to be made for it not to flip. So another thing I noticed here was the top burners. So then I went up and I was like, wild. Burners who burned for 3 DXN could have received 28 DXN off the DEX. So I was like up here and I was like, well, look at this person, 185 in ETH, $32 in Zen, and then they only got 3.3 DXN. So if they would have taken both of these and bought DXN, they would have gotten 28 DXN, right? So it's full exposure that if you're still burning Zen, it's because you're a Zenian and you know that you're getting the XN, so you want to fill up your wallet. Burns, I feel you. That's smart. It's actually the best benefit. But it also shows us again that there's not people burning bought Zen because no one's buying Zen. Because again, no one's looking at it and we're still early. So very bullish on DXN. I really, really hope we get $7. I really hope we can get it. Maybe after this week's, because I think Zen Doge is going to be a flop. I don't think it's going to do as well as people think. I think it's going to do very well. And if it does, I think it's going to be very, very fast. It's going to be like a quick nut. Like always going up, always going down. Okay? So I wouldn't sacrifice a ton of Zen for Zen Doge. I would say if you're risking and you want opportunity, death, but do not. LOL is in Dutchland. He was like, tell me about the $7 prediction. But now you see why I'm saying it could be $7. My $7 prediction is based on that. It's based on people not realizing that they can get DXN cheaper from buying it. They don't realize it. So they keep letting the whale scoop up the pool. And that's the problem that we face as Zenians. We cannot battle this person unless we come together. And that's why I was thinking, like, yeah, this 21 million burned, that ratio compared to 5 billion, we need a fucking smart contract on here every month or every day. Every day there needs to be a smart contract added to this where it's a bunch of people playing with DXN in one pool dividing up this pool. That's one way to nuke this person because they're playing by themselves because they have the capital. And unfortunately, right, they have the capital, they got the flag. We gotta rush them to try to get the flag, and if we can't, they're gonna continue to sell the price down. And then that's why I'm already looking at DXN versus Zen, because you can only push the price down so far before, literally before it's not it's not profitable. So what I'm also trying to get at is that if everyone down here is burning, right? All these bottom burners are burning. They're splitting up all of the fucking DXN, and the DXN auction is based off weight of burn. So if any, it's like you guys aren't even burning enough to stay up with these people. So why are you even doing it, right? You should honestly let them crush the price, stop burning so that they can crush the price, and then we can go up because everyone's gonna buy up all the tokens and lock them up. Right? If DXN goes to $7, everyone says they got $10,000 for fucking DXN. Right? Isn't that crazy? Everybody got $10,000 for DXN at $7, but not $16. More proven theory that this shit is just psychology at this point. And the best play is the vanilla play. Sitting in the actual pool, collecting the staking fees while everybody goes in and out. Right? And you're going to be antagonized to want to sell your coins because it's not profitable. That's for the opportunists. If you're staking for 2 years because you're going to be here for 2 years, this is probably the lowest you're going to get in these coins. You're watching the bottom being built. So it's really on however you want to do it. But that's kind of my prediction on $7. I can see $7. Oh, actually, I'll show you the other one too. I can see $7 because I can see Zen Doge being a flop. Everybody burning their Zen. Nobody has it. Nobody wants to buy Zen because they're fucking pissed off that the dog flopped. Um, Nobody gets Phoenix until the reward pool flushes. Then they all rush into Phoenix. They still ain't focused on this shit because they rushing into Phoenix, right? And then DBzen xeNFTs finally come out, and everybody's like, "Oh shit, what's going on over there?" But we've been crushed, right? The price got crushed because nobody in the ecosystem could actually keep the price up, right? Because it's fairly launched. It's just gonna get shitted on. It's fucking crazy. We got some. We got to somehow battle the well. HTN, you get it. The protocol fees to burn Zen for DXN is too steep for the smaller players. Exactly, Bronx Crypto. And that's why the price is going to go down because everyone's too broke right now. But eventually, this price will. This is what happens. Okay, here you guys go. Because you gotta look at it on all sides. Okay. So yes, the price is gonna. Oh shit, this shit fucked up. Okay. So yes, the price is gonna continue to sink because people are too broke to keep it up, right? This is a collective thought. So everyone needs to be rich or in it to win it. Now, all the people who got in down here, you would want them to unstake and sell. That's how a fair chart should be. The people who bought down here should be selling for profit because they got it already. Like I should be selling for profit, but instead I'm holding because it makes no sense for me to sell now and this shit gonna turn around. Like what the fuck? But yet you're battling the whale, and this is telling you right here, the squeeze, that the whales are reaching an area where the buyers can take over, right? If we get to this oversold zone in DBzen, we could actually flip the chart at that point, because then if the price of DBzen were to go back up to these higher levels, people would return to the lobby to burn the Zen to get back in, and so on and so on. So again, I see this because of Phoenix. I understand Phoenix now. As Phoenix share rate ratchets up, that increases the amount of Phoenix that needs to be burned. When that ratchets up and the amount of Phoenix that ratchets up to be burned, the only people that can burn it is the Zinions, and so on and so on. I don't know why it's mind blowing, but yes, if you are the Zinion, you control all of these dApps, and that's why minting max terms are so important, because the innovation might be happening in the Zen ecosystem, and you're gonna need the tokens to be part of the innovation. And that's what we're seeing here. That's all we're seeing. But another chart that I want you to check out is go to DXN versus Zen, and that can also help you in this theory because it's really priced in Zen. Oh yeah, because also Zinions that get claims, they might sell half their Zen into ETH. We've been talking about that too. Another strategy, because we're real Zinions, you can take your mint. And what some people are talking about right now is like, well, is this the time for me to take my gains, because I minted the Zen back in October with 16 Gwei, and now I have it now, and I can burn it for DBzen, I can burn it for Phoenix, or I can sell the Zen into ETH and mint max terms again. So that is an actual dilemma in the community. Do I sell the 200-day mint because it's profitable to continue my future? Because we're in a bear market and there's not new profit coming in. I am the profit, right? So looking at DBzen versus Zen, there's no liquidity over here, which is great because nobody can exit. You can't exit, you Zinions. Haha, you're stuck. Because you go over to the Ethereum side and now your head's all fucked up because you're like, oh my god, it's ETH. But that's why it's supposed to be there. what we can see here though is right now, yeah, 7 million. So yeah, was it 7 million to one? Oh, 7,000. Say it, 7 million to one. So one DXN equals 7 million Zen. You gotta flip your script here. This is why it's more expensive than Phoenix, bro. Because it takes more brain power. That's why it's more, and that's why Phoenix is more expensive than Zen Doge because it takes more brain power. Okay. So I have already made a chart to show the entry level of when this shit is no longer profitable. For Zenian would be down here at 2.5 million. So I feel like we could still have that rollover. Right now, there's a little bit of a squeeze between the prices. So this is the part where it's like, well, is Zen going to become more expensive? Because if Zen becomes more expensive, so does DXN, which means that the DEX price should be driven automatic rally. But if Zen stays inexpensive, then technically this should keep dropping in price, giving us the ability to get lower DXN because the market climate allows it to happen, right? Because then at that point, you know, the way the table turns is when this person up here has more competition, right? And there's no one giving them competition because no one's buying the Zen to be able to compete against them, right? And if Zen goes up in price, people typically buy that shit. I don't fucking know why. It's going down right now, and ain't nobody going all in right now, you know, because everybody thinks it's gonna go lower. And that's part of the psychology of the Zen right now. The community thinks it's gonna go lower. They're not buying, and then when they do buy, the whales have the position and they sell. We don't have enough buyers to sellers. Literally everything is just buys and sells are spot on every Zen chart. It's like this, spot on, halfway. It's amazing work, yo. Oh shit. Yo, what's up, Shahan? On with Shahan with the 10. Shout outs crypto, bro. Here's some money to mint on the side chains. Hell yeah, man. Hey, $10 get you far on the side chains, bro. That's a fact, man. Thank you for that, dude. But yeah, the side chains is where it's at right now because there ain't enough attention on Ethereum because ETH as a whole has a lot of shit going on. And again, it's just oscillation. Like we're 7 months into Zen, and we should be oscillating back to crypto territory. We shouldn't always be in Zen world because we can't build up our community if we're not building with the other ones, right? So this is kind of that moment for you to go out and find a community and make Dbzen your palace. Start with Dbzen because again, if the Zen is in abundance everywhere else, the DBxen should be popping, and that's what we're seeing on Avalanche, and we're seeing it on Matic already. Matic is having a good one, and we've seen what they could be doing when the Inception is there, which is insane. When Inception is here and everybody's burning, the numbers are astronomical. But when we're in a bear market and everybody is scared, the numbers are very low, right? Looking at oops, that's the wrong thing. What's the reward pool looking like on Phoenix, man? Let's pull that shit up. What's that looking like? Pulse Zen, says Willis. Yeah, we talked about that in the beginning, bro. We talked about how Pulse Zen should technically be the most valuable Zen, but it's really based on the community. Hopefully, the liquidity pools keep growing and it'll antagonize people to have to pull up. They're like, damn it, I gotta pull up. Oh yeah, Phoenix is gonna come out on Binance Chain. Phoenix on Binance Chain this Saturday. So if you are if you got that Binance Zen, Phoenix portal is opening for staking. I don't know though, man. I'm gonna stay on chains where it's easy to explain this shit. The further away you get from ETH, the harder it is to explain to a motherfucker what the fuck is going on. That's why I like Avalanche, because it seems like that community, people get MetaMask, they get DeFi. Same with Polygon, people seem to get DeFi. People do get DeFi and Binance Chain, so it might be a good one. I might be biased because I don't have enough Zen over there. so it's not on my like radar. But yeah, it's popping over there. Um, I mean, I know the number one Zunicorn holder, so I know it's going down. Shout out to Cloud. But yeah, looking at the reward pools, we have the reward pool flushing for Matic this weekend. So what Joe Blau was saying. Oh yeah, this is still slowly rising. Also, yeah, ETH on Phoenix is another exposure. It's exposing that you motherfuckers are broke in Zen and you have no goddamn Zen. You broke. You broke boy and girl. Broke asses. Go out there and get some money, man. Pump the market up. But yeah, this is a full exposure. Only 8,000 or 8 billion or 100, my bad, excuse me, 100 billion, 180 billion Zen has been burned so far on ETH for Phoenix, which is good, but it's trash. So it's trash, bro. Come on, man. What the fuck? I thought y'all was rich, bro. Oh, y'all ain't rich. No, I'm just kidding. I need to stop being cocky. I'm from the future. I was here way, way, way in the past, man. Day one mentor, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm just talking shit. Oh, y'all. That's why I'm like, hey, how much Zen is really gonna get burned for Zen Doge? And if y'all come through and burn more Zen for a fucking dog token than Phoenix, I mean, it's just gonna let me know where I am right now, bro. The dunce caps are on, you know, and I can't be mad at it. It's part of the game. I want people to get the banker tokens, but they don't want it. So why even try to sell them the banker? Everybody want the meme, right? Everybody want the quick flip. I hear it. You know what I'm saying? But when you come over on my block, we got that good dope. We got that life-changing dope. All right? We got that dope you can sell to your friends. Our dope is that good. Shit. You ever hit some weed and you're just like, man, I need to share this shit with somebody. That's these banker tokens. That's Phoenix. That's Dbzen. That's Zen Knights. Oh yeah, y'all saw the Zen Knights. They're this mine right here. They're on Magic Eden, which is a NFT marketplace. You can see the Zen Knights here. You can get one right now. Somebody's really trying to get rid of this one. Less than 1 BTC, but everybody else is keeping it high. You got 10, you got 50, you got 2.9. This one's pretty cool. This one's pretty cool too. Actually, there was one that was really cool. I was like, damn, dog, that shit is fire. Where is it at? Oh yeah, this one. I wish I could see it in HQ. This one's fire with the purple everything and the Bitcoin hoodie. That shit is hard, bro. What others? All the Zen Knights are fire, bro. I might. Who got this one? Because I need to get the backpack collection. I've seen this is the other one that has a backpack. Yeah, I'm looking for the backpacks. Maybe we can make a derivative group called the backpacks. If yours got a backpack, or maybe we should make a derivative Knights group with the skyline, where it's like, oh, you got one that's got the skyline in it, or yours is way better than everybody else's. This one's mysterious. Yo, Zen Knight, what were you thinking when you made this one, bro? It's cool though, don't get me wrong, but this one is wild. It is like so crazy. I prefer ones from the back. I prefer the ones from the back. Don't talk about memes, man. It's so stupid. Everybody wants a meme, dog. I don't know why. So it's something I'm studying on planet Earth. But look at these knights. And the knights are cool. But yeah, those are live. So Knights burn 80 billion. Zen. Very, very, very curious to see what Zen Doge does this week. But again, this is kind of why, at least coming from my camp, I'm bearish on Zen Doge. I will be burning for Zen Doge, but I will be waiting for it to hit the market. There might be a better opportunity to buy because everything in Zen world is proven to dump before it lifts off. Because there's a learning curve where people need to learn what's going on, and Zen Doge is nothing more than a meme. So the only thing is go to moon. So it seems go to moon is way better of an adoption thing than like, hey, You should stake this for 2 years because the share rate is jacking up, causing more people to have to make more Phoenix in order to get the same position as you're going to get today. So maybe you might want to stake for 5 years right now before the reward pool, because after the reward pool, you'll never get one share rate ever again. It will be ratcheted up. You'll always be buying. You'll always be buying. Yeah, after that first reward pool, people will always be buying. So I expected to do the same thing that Phoenix did. Phoenix is actually balancing out right now, but let's look at the price in Zen. Remember, click the button, flip it. So only way to get the real perspective. Yeah, I'm buying Zen Doge. I'm not burning. Zen's too precious. I'll wait for all of y'all to burn over there and then get back to my banking shit, because that's the confusion. If people weren't so focused on burning on Zen Doge, they would be burning on DBzen and Phoenix. But again, it's the way that the narrative works. So looking here, you can see that we've flipped. We had it down from people washing Phoenix, burning Phoenix, washing it, burning Phoenix, washing it. Now we have people who are starting to buy the washed Zen off the market, or excuse me, the washed Phoenix off of the market and staking it into the reward pool, because rewards are still very high on Phoenix, right? That reward pool has got everybody in ROI that's staking. Now, the thing I'm talking about right now is the share rate on Phoenix. This share rate is going to drive the burn, because people who are staking will need to burn more Zen to get the best rate. So I already showed you guys, but we'll show you again. Go to testnet. So it's testnet.fyi or .phoenix.fyi. Oops. Give me dashboard. Give me dashboard. The thing pop up. So you could see from the testnet that when we did have the first reward flushes, that the share rate ratcheted up intensely because a lot of people staked around that reward flush. And we went from a 1% stake rate to a 2.3%. On DevNet, it was 2.4%. So we know that this is going to happen on Matic in the coming days, right? And or tomorrow on Matic, the reward pool will flush, causing the stake rate to move up. So let's look at actually Mzen Phoenix. Whoo, boy. Oh, because Mzen's taking a hit. And again, this is why like it's kind of hard to do certain chains, because now your delegation is on what the other thing is going on. But if you could separate yourself from that, that's why ETH was always going to be the best, because you don't need to worry about the chain keeping up with you, right? The chain will do its thing. So we'll flip the script. We'll go straight to Mzen versus Phoenix. Let's see if they burn. Yeah. So Mzen actually looks better than the ETH chart because people dump that shit hella hard. That's kind of wild to think about. But we'll see what happens here. It already looks like it had a dump, which is good. Because if it's dumping, then that means that you can come and scoop someone's coins off. So yeah, we had 2 gigantic sells, yes, on the 18th. Is that this right here? Is that those? I think so. Or is it more? I think it's those. Yeah. And that's what's crazy too. You guys are exposing yourself washing. Like, who the hell just sells like a whole number? It's like, yeah, there's the washers. They're selling the whole numbers. Like, yeah, they burned and then they sold. You know, look at these. More of those like washers. So the washers come and they burn it down when Mzen goes down in price. But that's good for stakers because they pump the reward pool. So I'm okay with that because you guys are just gonna put more coins in the reward pool, and then that way, at the end of the reward pool, once I get my payout, I'm gonna in my stake. It's gonna ratchet up the stake rate, and it's gonna force people to have to burn more Zen to be part of the next reward pool, right? And then as people buy the Zen off the DEX, and we create that equilibrium of a higher basis because it costs more on the DEX than it does to burn. When that happens, who knows what the price can be, right? Like when this shit gets up to here, when it's 12,000 to 1 on the DEX, things change, man. And that's what I'm waiting for. I'm so happy I learned about the share rate because now it's a full exposure that most people, and again, and you can use DBzen, ZenPub to see this play out. But you can see that the 24-hour MZen pool is how much Zen is being burned, and then this part right here, the total supply. This being a negative means that more people are staking than burning because we want to see the total supply go up, and we don't want to see people putting it in the pool. Minus means they're putting it in the staking pool to get the rewards, right? So we don't want that if you're a staker. You actually want them to go and sell their Phoenix on the DEX because then they're going to give away their copy to the reward pool. And you want that because now when they give away their copy, now when they come back, they think they're flushing Zen, right? They think they're wrecking Phoenix price. But in actuality, they're helping the staker rebalance the share rate on new stakes. Fucking brilliant, bro. It is so brilliant. Like, who knows where the share rate will be by the third cycle? Because so many people will always build around the reward pool. And every time it ends, you know that a halvening is happening inside of the share rate. And I mean, we could look at the Hex. Hex had the same thing. Their share rate went bonkers as more and more people did 1 day stakes, 2 day stakes, because they didn't know, you know? I was one of those people. I was doing like 4 10-day stakes in Hex. And I was ending my stake. I didn't even know what was going on. I just knew I needed more T-shares, right? Wasn't really getting the explanation of why the T-shares were important. I just knew I needed the most possible. So that's the same thing that's happening here. You want to have the most possible shares, but the difference between Hex and Zen or Phoenix is that you're going to need to make sure that you participate in the equity pool long enough to get your principal back. Because if not, you're going to be paying, let's say, I call it an equity pool tax, right? If you want to stake less than the stakers, you're going to pay a tax to be in that pool because we're protecting it by staking longer. So if you don't want to pay a staking tax, you actually want to stake for as long as the pool is saying, and that will help prevent you from having to pay that tax. Now, the staking class again is saying 4 to 2 years is the dominant, right? It'll be the one right below 1 to 2 years if this is the most dominant. So since 1 to 2 years is the most dominant, whatever is the furthest away from that, like let's say this shit changes, bro. Let's say that 4 to 6 become 13%. Then that does mean you'll need to stake for up to 4 to 6 years to get your principal back because the class is there. All right, and these are just parameters. You feel me? Zen or Phoenix is really built for the long-term believer, and that's why it makes you focus on the blockchains. It educates you in other parts of crypto outside of just staking, because you don't want to stake on a dead chain. So yeah, looking at this though, this is MZen, right? A lot of Phoenix here, and I wish I could see what that really looks like for the reward pool, but we'll see after it happens. And yeah, we'll see what happens after that. There's another metric here, which is this one, the top stakers of all time, the top 100 stakers. We don't know what these people are doing, but I would say if you're trying to be on this up here, you want to be the longest top staker, because then you really get a lot of reward pools going forward in the future. Again, because once that share rate changes, anybody who staked before the first reward pool has the best share rate for eternity, or at least for 21 years, right? And I see a lot of people are worried that they're gonna die before this shit happens. So it's for eternity. Bro, what's the max stake in DXN? Max, there's no such thing. It's a mind fuck. So you need to just stake for as long as you can. You gotta discipline yourself. I'm a bit more on the intellectual lazy side, hence my preference for Zen Doge. LOL. That said, I have to stake in Dbzen and Phoenix. Yeah, man. Hey, hopefully Zen Doge rocket ships, bro. But if it tanks, everyone's gonna blame Zen. Everyone's gonna be in the Telegram. Why price go down? Yeah, I'm staying on the banker tokens. How do we determine how to break even on our principal in Phoenix? Oh, that's easy. That happens when you stake. When you start a stake, it's gonna let you know that you're not breaking even based on the staking class. So you just need to make sure that your principal is protected based on what the consensus is of average staker. Again, and that's why 4 to 6 years would be that, right? So if I had one Phoenix, and I wanted to stake it for 2 days, I'm instantly, well, it says it says 0 because you didn't do enough. Oh no, it's not here. All right, let's just do 10. 10 for 2 days. So 10 for 2 days, I get 7. You see this yellow box? It turned yellow. So it lets me know I'm not staking long enough to break even. So to break even would mean staking class, right? I go over here to Dbzen, and we're looking at Phoenix Matic. And I see that most of the people are going to be in between 2 to 4 years, right? And then below that, I do see that 4 to 6 and 18 years are the second largest areas, which means that these are going to offset each other. So more than likely, I'm going to have to stake for 4 to 6 years to see my principal, because this has way too many people in it already. Like, you don't want to jump, like, it's like waiting in line. Like, why do you want to wait in line here when you can get the best down here, right? Nobody's really thinking about that, and that's why it's always best to do the opposite. So you want to get in line, and the third best place to get in line, it's just from the way that it's working, is 4 to 6 years. So like, let's look at that right now, right? 4 to 6 years. So it's 2023. Make sure you unlock the month. 4 years from now is 27. If you've been following the channel, then you already know you're not going to get your principal back. So let's do 6 years, right? That's going to be 29, right? You're not going to get your principal back. So then that means, cool, the real staking class probably is in the 18 years, but I don't want to go that long, right? So now you can process of elimination. Well, shit, let me try 6 to 8 years and see if that's going to give me my principal back. And then you go 6 years from today, right? Doesn't work. So let's do 8 years, which would be 31. And I'm still, oh, there it is. Yeah. So that's the sweet spot. That's how you find out how much you're going to have to stake to get your principal back. Now, again, this is just projected because it's not calculating your reward pool parties and how much reward pool will be flushed to stakers because of the facts that we don't know how much people are going to burn in a 13-week period, right? So that's not here. That's why you're protecting your principal by joining the pool and allowing yourself enough time to get your principal from the equity pool. But if you want to do less time, you're paying a tax, because where does the crypto come from? The crypto comes from people putting it in the equity pool. It doesn't come from a smart contract. And again, that's why this is trustless and immutable, and cannot be stopped. No one can shut down Phoenix, not even Joe Blau, no admin keys. So as long as people keep staking, there will always be equity in that pool. There will always be Phoenix in that pool. All right. And that's why I'm bullish on Phoenix, because you look down here, y'all see the share rate. This is going to ratchet up, causing people to need more size and more time to get in, like, because they're only going to see, they're not going to see 0.01% share rate after the reward pools. They're going to see whatever's here, and they're going to have to build off of that. And if this is longer, right, then that means that all of the short stakers really are going to be, you know, relying on that reward pool. And that's great for anybody that's staked out already with one share rate. So I'm pretty bullish on Phoenix just based on that, and how you can discover where your principal is. it's letting you know that you can think long-term vision here, because if only thing that, like I said, the variable of failure would not be Phoenix as a program, it would be Phoenix as a brand. And if it was called Turtle and not Phoenix, if it was called Flaming Hot Turtle, I would definitely say this is a dumbass brand. But since it says Phoenix, especially Phoenix with an F, um, and with an X. Well, I mean, I guess regular Phoenix has an X, but this has it ends with an X. I do feel like Phoenix has a great brand, and it's part of the DNA of Zen, and it's helping me see Zen in clarity when it comes to price. This is 10,000 to one, so this is 10,000 to one. Dbzen is fucking 7 million to one right now. 7 million to one, right? And then we got Zen Doge coming out, which is going to be 1,000 to one, and it had, and that's why I'm literally, it's in your face, guys. What is the most valuable DApp in our ecosystem? It's going to be Dbzen. The second most valuable currently is Phoenix, and that's why you have to understand these programs. But if you don't, then you can get to third, which is going to be Doge, and it really does let you know where you are in crypto. If you're only the person that can make money off of memes, I'm hyped for you, because at least you found where you are, you know. But if you want to start progressing yourself outside of that bubble, because also it's kind of crazy to me that, like, I joined crypto in 2017, but most of the people are here from 2020. Like, Timo Cat says Exlon. What the fuck is Exlon doing? I haven't even looked at that, dude. It got abandoned. Told y'all. I bought it though. I bought it and then I sold it. So it's like, this is kind of dumb. Why would anybody give away their Dbzen? You guys got caught in a trap. You got caught in a trap. Sell this shit. Get rid of it. Maybe it comes back to life, but like, yeah, this is officially a coin in the ether. So what I'm looking at with Exlon is, this is a tradable asset for those that know how to trade. But if you're looking for utility and reason, Exlon ain't the one for you, bro. You want to make sure you get into DXN and not give your DXN away. Like, that's the dumbest thing you could do. It was the dumbest thing you could do before, and it's still the dumbest thing you could do now. So shout outs to anybody that actually burned for Exlon. And that shows you how cool the community is. They literally built a bunch of stuff so that you can review it and try to show you that, like, yo, this isn't a good idea. But people kept doing it, man. But yeah, DXN, we're watching it. $7. Please give it to us. Not much selling happening. Not much selling happening. Oh, here it is. Oh, no, they rebalanced. Is that what that is? Yeah, that's a rebalance. So there is one person in the LP that is constantly rebalancing and making that yield off of the 24-hour trading volume. But see, trading volume is going down now because the sellers sell and then the buyers buy small. So this is also becoming not profitable very quickly because more people are joining. And that's what's good about moving your coins around, because now y'all can help get this price down. Because if y'all are making money there, then why y'all here? You might as well just dump it and and let the Zinions take over once they have the capital to start filling up the reward pool again, and so on and so on and so on. Will you burn Dbzen if you can lose it in the moon parties? It'd be 3 times multiplier on the standard Zen. No, I still would not burn it. I wouldn't. I'm not giving away my Dbzen. I've thought about this so much, because where I wanted, what my original idea was with Dbzen was to actually sell the tokens for profit and then reinvest into them throughout the month. But now, after truthfully researching this for a month, this cycle idea, it damages me if I sell my tokens. So what I really have to do is take this 1.3 ETH that I've received in the last month, and I need to buy more DXN and continue to play the game as others. Oops, I forgot. I'm not showing it. Yeah, but this 1.3 ETH, I need to reinvest this into this here. I mean, I've already been doing it slowly, right? But that's what you'd want to do as it goes down for years. For years, you want to hold the bank, bro. You don't want to sell the bank. Um, there are going to be people who sell DXN for Zen Doge. Like, think of it like that. But instead, you want to be using this to get this. Because if this goes up, then I can get into anything. Like, I could use this to buy Phoenix and stake it and get more Phoenix. Or I can use this to claim Zen. Or I could use this to make more Zen. Right? So Dbzen is a very important piece of the puzzle. And I just don't think it's worth throwing away. I was saying that when Zenline came out, and that's why I am where I am today. But yeah, don't get rid of your golden bull. This is a golden bull. This shit lay bull eggs. Just kidding. Bullish. It's a bullish settlement, man. Don't do it. Don't let them do it to you. What up, Dennis? Hey, but I'm about to wrap this up. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in this week. It was a slower week in Zen, which helps me. Like I said, I can see it now. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. There is not a lot of Zen available in the hands of the Zenian. There's not enough narrative available to pump the price. There's not enough economical energy from the community to drive the dApps. And all it takes is one thing to shift the bag. That's really what I learned from this week. Everything is dependent on the community. And if the community is expressing that we can't do it, that's actually a way for you to know that in a fair environment, you can shuffle the fuck out of this shit. Maybe come back later. Everyone's kind of, like I said, they're showing you that they can't do it. And we'll see if when Zen Doge comes out, if we can get some new money into the ecosystem, if we can get some people to buy Zen Doge, allowing Zenians to get some capital to go and reinvest into another dApp in the Zen world. But if Zen Doge is a flop, everyone's broke again, and then we're starting over from square one, where you got to go get a job, you got to flip some burgers, you're gonna have to get some capital, start injecting it into crypto. It's just the reality. But yeah, man, hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. It's Zen World, always. It's always Zen World. Even though we're being very critical about Zen World, you need to be critically thinking about it so you can have the best opportunities. This has never been done before. Everything we're talking about, this shit has never been done before. Everything always has somebody in the background holding the bag and pushing the buttons. Not in Zen World, bro. Remember, fairly launched, fairly distributed. No admin keys, no pre-mine. It's about self-sovereignty and self-custody and escalating the crypto industry beyond the banking industry, okay? Do not get knocked off the fucking path because of all the noise. And I'll see you guys on Monday. Peace.